Okay, when you hosted for Diddy, did you catch any baby oil?
Yes, wrong person, the wrong question.
Did Jay reach out yet?
Nah, Bob, he ghosting.
What the this motherfucker doing?
How much I appreciate Puff Dad.
Do the I told you to do.
Girl, you won't believe what's going down with Diddy. Remember when he was on top of the world, living that champagne life? Well, honey, times have changed, and now he's singing a whole new tune from behind bars. The tea is scalding hot, and it's all thanks to Diddy's fancy phone turning into the ultimate snitch. Secrets are spilling faster than a knocked-over drink at the club. You ready to hear what the streets are saying about this fallen king?
This is allegedly a phone call from Diddy in prison, and wow.
What up? Yo, listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza.
What does that mean? I mean, he's clearly talking in code. All the leftover pizza boxes, no idea what that means.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Damn.
Did Jay reach out yet?
Nah, Bob,
Jay-Z?
he ghosting.
What this motherfucker doing? This thing sweet now, cause I'm in here.
It's all good. You about to get out on bail.
Hey yo, check this out. Need you to reach out to the producer. Let these motherfuckers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie.
Alright, Bob. It's crazy.
Girl, remember when Diddy was all about the Ciroc and caviar? This man was living his best life, sipping the finest bubbly and throwing parties that made Gatsby look like a backyard barbecue. We're talking yachts bigger than your apartment, private jets just for breakfast runs, and more bling than a jewelry store window. Diddy was the king of excess, and everyone wanted a slice of his pie. But, oh, how the mighty have fallen. 1 minute he's on top of the world. The next, he's swapping designer suits for an orange jumpsuit. The arrest hit like a plot twist in one of those messy reality shows. Picture it. Diddy's chilling in his mansion, probably plotting his next big move, when bam, the feds come knocking, and they definitely weren't there to party. The news hit the industry like a wrecking ball. Phones were blowing up as fast as Diddy's legal team scrambling for damage control. Everyone from A-listers to D-listers was lighting up their group chats trying to piece together what went down. And the reactions? Priceless. Some celeb friends ghosted him faster than an ex after getting caught cheating. Others went into overdrive, trying to distance themselves like Diddy was contagious. But a few ride-or-die friends stood by him, probably just praying they weren't caught up in whatever mess he found himself in. Honey, the tea is hot, and the streets are talking.
Probably out there quiet as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
Dang. He's basically saying, we gonna have the last lap. We're gonna start dropping names. We're gonna start dropping footage. I don't even know what that meant.
What about all these lawsuits, though, Bob?
Ain't none of them G. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. Bunch of money hungry and shit.
I'm about to drop a new track this week. Everybody gonna want to hear what my sound like.
Man, we not doing that shit. Y'all need to stay quiet.
Pop, I could rap though. We got attention right now.
Man, just do what the I told you to do. And don't forget about the list.
The
Make sure
list?
that shit is fine.
Wait, the list? That's allegedly a leaked prison call. I mean, a lot of it sounds like it's in code, especially about the pizza boxes, yada yada yada, the recycling. I don't know. I have no words. You guys believe in this? Real, fake, AI? I mean, AI is so powerful now. Things are out of control with that, so who knows? But there you guys.
Let me tell you what really went down. The feds weren't messing around when they came for Diddy. They hit him with serious charges: sex trafficking, sexual assault, and a list of illegal activities that would make your head spin. It's like they opened Pandora's box, and all of Diddy's dirty secrets just spilled out. Turns out, the glitz and glamour were hiding some truly dark stuff. Authorities have been building this case for months, piecing together evidence like the world's messiest puzzle, and when they finally made their move, it was like watching an empire crumble in real time. But here's the real kicker. This arrest? Just the tip of the iceberg. The real story is what they found on Diddy's phone. We're talking receipts, messages, and enough incriminating evidence to make half of Hollywood sweat. That little device turned into the ultimate snitch, revealing secrets Diddy probably thought he'd taken to the grave. And let me tell you, this drama is far from over. Every day brings a new twist, another revelation that has us all clutching our pearls. It's like watching a slow-motion train wreck, and no one can look away. The fall from grace is all too real, with Diddy going from popping bottles to possibly facing the gavel. The champagne's gone flat, the caviar's spoiled, and Diddy's learning the hard way that when you're at the top, there's only one way left to go. And honey, he's crashing faster than a drunk uncle at a family reunion. Stay tuned, because this tea is just starting to brew, and I'll be here to spill every last drop.
He has to do that because no company wants to do business with somebody who is being accused, have allegations against them for sexual misconduct and deviant behavior. Nobody wants to do business with that. All the shareholders, it ain't nothing that he's giving up. They like, yo, listen, give me that. They said, they did a Diddy. Take that. You understand? They're gonna take that from him. The shareholders is gonna say, yo, listen to me. We all gonna pull out. No Diddy. But we all gonna pull out our shares and everything if you don't give up what you have in the company.
Did you see that video that went viral of Diddy pacing around the airport after his houses got raided?
I seen that video. And I seen that look in his face before. You understand? When he was with the same gang and Mike Owens, AKA Mike Cock, everybody could tell him, D. Ferg did a collection for him because he didn't know how he was gonna pay his rent and he didn't know how he was going to pay his rent, child support, and his car note, because he had one of those drop-top cabarets, Volkswagens. So Mike gave $5,000. I wasn't giving him nothing. I'm just telling you right now. D was just collecting money for niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, we got to make sure, because he want to kill himself. He gonna kill himself. Diddy had that pace, and he had that look in his face that he know something may be wrong, or they may have something on him. Because they took things out of there. We may not have seen what they took, but they had bags and boxes of stuff that they took out of there. So he knows, he's getting a play-by-play of what's going on. And even back then, doing that City College, when he was fired from Uptown Records, he was making statements about doing himself. He had that same look in his face.
Yeah, he looked worried, man. I'm not gonna lie, for a split second, man, I felt bad for him. For a split second, but yeah.
Like, everybody, I get all kind of hate mail, IGs, talking about that I'm trying to take a black man down. No. I went through every step you supposed to go through when you got a problem, you got a situation, you got an issue with a man. You understand? I get in contact with him. Went to mutual friends.
Hold up. Think you've heard it all? Honey, we're just getting started. Remember how Diddy always had that fancy phone glued to his hand? Turns out, that bougie gadget was more than just for selfies and Twitter beefs. It's packed with secrets that could fill a confessional booth on Saturday night. The question is, are you ready for what it's about to spill? When the feds came knocking, they weren't after Diddy's designer wardrobe or his bling. They wanted something way more valuable, that shiny phone of his. And girl, they hit the jackpot. This phone didn't just become evidence, it's the star witness in this whole messy saga. Now, you're probably thinking, what could be so juicy on one little phone? Well, let me tell you, this thing is like Diddy's digital diary of dirty deeds. We're talking receipts, locations, timestamps, the kind of stuff that makes he said, she said irrelevant because the phone doesn't lie. The rumors? They're wilder than a night out with the Real Housewives. Some folks are whispering about secret recordings that would put the juiciest reality show drama to shame. Others say the contacts list alone has people sweating, wondering if their names are next. And the financial tea? It's hotter than a summer sidewalk. We're talking mysterious transactions, offshore accounts, and money moves that could make a Wall Street banker blush. So, buckle up, because this isn't just about Diddy's fall. It's about to shake up the whole industry. With each new reveal, Hollywood's elite are looking over their shoulders, wondering if their secrets are next to come out. And honey, the drama is just beginning, so stay tuned. You know I'll be here to spill every last drop.
Let's sit down and talk. What you did to Wolf's mother wasn't right, bruh. You don't talk to her like that. If Wolf was alive, he'd take your head off. You understand? Try to talk to him. People, when they start getting in this power, certain positions, have certain amount of money, they don't look back. Some of them don't look back and don't think they have to come back to the people that help them get to those positions. You understand? I don't care what nobody say. You understand? If somebody helps you and use their ability and their talents to help you get in position and get to certain places and do certain things, you come back. And you make sure things is all right. You don't disrespect people's mothers. You don't disrespect your friends that took their money to make sure you was all right when you was wrong, when you was messed up. You don't do that, brother. So by him doing the things that he did and taking the avenue that he took, he's suffering the consequences, and I don't feel bad for him at all. Because people was trying to talk to him. People was trying to tell him. You couldn't pull him by the coat and let him know anything. You understand? They messed up the game, brother. When he put that shit out with them, money, power, respect, it ain't never been like that. It ain't never been like that. You got your respect in the street that gave you your power, that brought you your money. Totally different thing. He let that money, power, and respect go to his head, but he had it ass backwards. So do I care what happened? Nah. He got enough money to buy his way out of this. So we think.
So when you look at that video of him pacing around and he's looking worried, and you knowing him, do you think it's possible that he might commit suicide?
When you're a narcissist, there's always a possibility because you're suffering. But I don't think that he can see himself in a cage. I don't think he can see himself behind those bars in those type of situations. It's too many real dudes that dislike him. But then again, there's a lot of real dudes that need help. And him being behind bars.
This isn't just about Diddy anymore. His phone could be the key to unlocking a whole Pandora's box of celebrity secrets. Think of it like 6 degrees of separation, but make it scandalous. One name leads to another, and before you know it, half of Hollywood might be tangled up in this mess. Now, what does this mean for Diddy's case? Honey, it's a game changer. His lawyers must be pulling their hair out trying to figure out how to spin this, because when your own phone is snitching on you, playing innocent isn't exactly easy. This little device could be the deciding factor between Diddy walking free or trading in those designer suits for a long-term stay in Prison Orange. But here's the gag. We haven't even gotten to the most shocking part yet. What's been spilled so far? That's just the appetizer. The main course is still coming, and it's going to be spicier than your grandma's secret hot sauce recipe. We're talking about revelations that could shake the entire entertainment industry to its core. Careers could end, empires could crumble, and it's all because of one little phone that couldn't keep a secret. So, what's this phone really saying? Word on the street is that it holds some pretty damning evidence related to those trafficking and assault allegations. We're talking dates, places, and names that seem to line up with victim testimonies. It's as if Diddy's phone was keeping a personal diary of all his mess, and now that diary is being read out loud for the whole world to hear. And here's the kicker. This is only the beginning. Each day brings a new bombshell, making you wonder just how deep this rabbit hole really goes. What else could be hidden on that phone? Who else might get dragged into the scandal? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. So stay tuned, because the tea is still brewing, and you know I'll be here to serve it up piping hot every step of the way.
Claims that in 1997, Diddy raped him. I know it. He raped a grown-ass man. Yeah, he was a bartender. He said, and I don't want people to think that I think that's funny, but the shit is funny. He said it's sad. He said that he was invited to a party and it was girls there, it was guys there. Things got freaky. You understand? He's a bartender. He said that he was drinking Jim Beam and Diddy brought him a drink over. And then Diddy told him, I put a little something extra in there. And he said, I'm sorry, man. He said he woke up butt naked with his thong gone. No, he didn't say, he didn't say that, bro. But he said he woke up and Diddy told him he had him. He said he went, he filed a report, but they threw it up under the cops swept it up under the rug and everything like that. So he was suing Diddy and everything like that. So he said that Diddy came to the jail and said that, hey, I'll give you $2.3 million or something like that, or 23. I don't know if it's 2.3 or $23 million to make this go away. We'll leave this alone the whole 9 yards. Just like I just said, he's trying to pay people off to make things go away, for them to drop their suits and everything like that. You know what I mean? And
if you thought Diddy's phone had already spilled all the tea, girl, that was just the appetizer. Now we're about to see which of his A-list buddies are true ride or dies, and who's ghosting faster than you can save indictment. The streets are buzzing, and honey, some celeb reactions have people clutching their pearls. Let's take a second to remember Diddy's squad. This man had more famous friends than you could count on a diamond-encrusted stick. We're talking A-listers, music moguls, and Hollywood royalty. His parties were like a who's who of the entertainment world, and if you weren't on Diddy's guest list, you might as well have been invisible. But now, with champagne flutes swapped for plastic cups, it's like someone hit eject on half his friend list. Loyalty in this industry? Girl, please. Some are distancing themselves so fast it's like a game of hot potato with Diddy's reputation, and nobody wants to get burned. Word on the street is that some of his closest pals are suddenly too busy to take his calls. Remember all those Instagram pics with arms around shoulders and captions about family? Well, those same folks are now acting like they barely know him. It's giving serious new phone who dis vibes, and let's just say, it's not a good look. Here's where things get even juicier. Diddy's phone isn't just spilling tea about him. Some celebs are straight up shaking in their Louboutins, worried their own names might pop up in those juicy receipts. We're talking potential dirt on all kinds of scandalous behavior. Suddenly, everyone's trying to remember if they ever sent anything stupid in a text to Diddy. It's like playing Russian roulette, but with reputation-ruining revelations. But here's the twist. Not everyone's jumping ship. A few brave souls are standing by Diddy, making statements, visiting him, and basically telling the world they're not afraid of a little controversy. People can't help but wonder, are they just loyal friends? Or do they know something the rest of us don't? Either way, standing by Diddy in an industry where image is everything is a bold move.
What would it take? So this particular dude said that Diddy was trying to sell properties and sell things and stop him from getting his money, and I didn't understand that. But the judge found some validity in what he was saying and said, yo, I'm gonna give you a 90-day restraining order against him from selling anything until you get all your paperwork in correct, because Diddy was served in the whole 9 yards. And as it was said that Diddy and his representative did come to the jail. So if the guy didn't have no lawsuit, if the guy wasn't, if his stuff wasn't truthful, why would they entertain it? The judge entertained it, Diddy lawyers them entertain it, and Diddy entertained it. So it may be some truth to it. But this dude is raping grown men. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we can laugh at it, but you know, it sounds like it's true. I'm looking at it right now, and he did go to prison, and he offered the inmate $2.3 million to settle the case. So
that's what the paperwork said, and the judge must have thought he had some validity into what he was saying. What the judge do? He granted him the restraint from Diddy selling the properties until the dudes get his paperwork and everything in.
You heard about Diddy law firm breaking charges with him and Miami Beach taking his day away?
Well, all the things that happened to Diddy and he losing friends, companies, cities, city names, city girls, I think he should become an altar boy for TD Jakes and give his and let TD Jakes, you know, put some hands on him and probably save himself and save his soul. I think that's what he should do. I think that he should really consider getting into the church. Yo, listen here, man. Do like Russell Simmons. I don't think they have a charge like that over in Bali.
Then there are the surprises. Some celebs you'd expect to run for the hills are actually stepping up, while others who've ridden Diddy's coattails for years are suddenly acting like they've never met the man. It's a plot twist worthy of a soap opera, and honey, we're all here for it. Now, let's spill some real tea. The true ride or dies? They're few and far between. Just a handful of friends are standing by Diddy, making innocent until proven guilty statements and sending their prayers. But even they're walking a tightrope, trying to show support without getting tangled in the scandal themselves. As for those who are ghosting, it might be easier to list who isn't. From former collaborators to longtime party pals, it's a mass exodus. Some claim personal reasons for distancing themselves, while others are just straight up vanishing. It's a masterclass in celebrity damage control, and everyone's taking notes. But here's the real gag. This celeb drama is just the beginning. Diddy's phone still has stories to tell, and you know some of these fair-weather friends are sweating bullets. Who's going to be implicated next? Whose career might take a hit? And most importantly, who's actually going to be left standing by Diddy when all is said and done? Stay tuned, because this friend or foe saga is far from over. The tea is still steeping, and it's only getting hotter. I'll believe it when I see it in the court docs.
I believe it when I see it in the court documents. I believe it when I see it, you know, on court television. I believe it. I believe it, bruh, because I don't believe it. I don't believe not 120 people, bruh. They just opening the floodgates. This shit is crazy, bruh. 120 people. I don't believe it, man. First and foremost, they would have to do a lot of interviews and interrogations on these people. Talk with them when, where, why, how. Do you ever think he ever gonna have a hearing? Is he ever gonna go to court? You know how long it would take to interview 120 people on a essay case, that's a lot of interviewing, bro. That's not happening. There's no way in this earth that that they say 120 people was victimized by this dude. It's no way. I don't believe it. They probably don't believe it. I think they just opened the floodgates or something like that. How did they get 120 people to come forward this quick?
He didn't really go into detail like that. He just said that it was 120 people, including minors. But he did say one of the minors gave Diddy fellatio.
Oh my God, man, listen here. And he trying to get bail, he trying to come home? Nah, If any of that is halfway true, bruh, I don't know what the hell to think. All I know is that there's no way in hell that they got 120 some people ready to come to court and sue them. Listen, what they gonna do? A class action lawsuit? They're gonna put them all together in one bundle and sue him, his companies, everything? Because they can't sue them individually. Because if you sue him, I don't think there's enough money to sue 120 people to sue him individually. So it's crazy that I just don't believe, bro. And that's hard to fathom. 120 people that came forward outside the 50 people that was last week, or that's with?
Nah, this is one lawyer with 120 people.
So that's 170 people all together, bro. It's no way. It can't be that much sexual assault in the world. It's no way. What was that? Who was one of the mass rapists of all time? He done outdid Jack the Ripper. He done outdid Jack the Ripper, man. The Boston Strangler. He just don't have no bodies that we know about. That's crazy, man. I don't believe that, Mighty. I really don't. I don't think that you can legitimately get 120 people to say that Sean John Combs molested them. I don't believe that.
We've been so caught up in the who's who of Diddy's drama that we almost forgot about the big picture, his billion-dollar empire. Girl, it's like watching a game of Monopoly where the bank's coming for all the properties. But here's the gag. Rumor has it Diddy might have an ace up his sleeve, with some serious chess moves happening behind the scenes that could make or break the bad boy legacy. Let's break it down. Diddy's empire is shakier than a Jenga tower right now. We're talking Ciroc Vodka, Sean John Clothing, Revolt TV, and more ventures than you can count. The man had his fingers in more pies than a baker on Thanksgiving. But now, his empire is crumbling faster than a sandcastle at high tide. The arrest and all the phone drama? They're hitting him right where it hurts, in the wallet. Brands are bolting, trying to distance themselves faster than you can say bad publicity. It's like a real-time game of asterisk who wants to be associated with a potential criminal. Asterisk spoiler alert. Nobody. But here's where things get interesting. Diddy's team isn't just sitting around, letting it all fall apart. The streets are whispering about some wild damage control moves, PR stunts so slick they'd make a politician blush. Word is, they're working overtime to salvage what they can of his image. It's like watching a high-stakes game of reputation Tetris, trying to piece everything together before it's game over.
But you talking about somebody saying that he sexually assaulted them. What do they consider sexually assault? They had to go there and see and speak with the people and interview them and see if, they may consider some of that shit being consensual. They may think some of them people don't have a case. What if somebody say he touched my butt? He pat me on my butt. That could have been an accident. He brushed up against me. We don't know what these people are saying. On this one, bruh, I'm giving Puff the benefit of the doubt. I'm just giving him, I'm gonna throw it out the window. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I don't believe 120 people, he sexually assaulted 120 people. And they have these people as legitimate witness and legitimate cases against them. I'm gonna go with that, man.
Yeah, and the same lawyer, he came out with a hotline for the victims.
They got a hotline, bro.
Yeah, it's a hotline you can call.
I don't believe that shit. A hotline? My man, listen to me. Do they have a hotline or the federal government have a hotline? Because the federal government didn't have a hotline since FEMA. And nobody put a hotline out on the Catholic Church when the Catholic Church molested those little boys. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody put a hotline on the WWF when they was, Vince McMahon and them was doing their thing to their co-workers and everything like that. They got a hotline on Diddy, man.
Yeah, it's a number out there. We can call it right now. I think I seen it on 50 page. You got your phone on you? We can call it right now.
Man, I keep my phone on me. You don't go, that's like American Express. You don't leave home without your phone. What's the number, man?
1-800 200 7474.
How you get this number, bro?
No, it's online.
Your call may be recorded for call quality assurance purposes. Thank you for calling the Sean P. Diddy Abuse Helpline. This call is being recorded and your responses will be recorded exactly as you state them and reviewed by our staff and legal counsel. The information you provide is very important should you have a case. You may be asked to verify your responses by affidavit, so your complete honesty is crucial. If you agree to provide accurate information to the best of your knowledge under penalty of perjury, please press 1. Otherwise, please disconnect the phone call now.
Man, get out of here. Oh my God. My man, they didn't have a hotline for the Catholic priests, bro. That's crazy. But did they? Oh my God. Oh my, a hotline. No wonder they got 120 people. You gotta believe some of that shit is bogus, man. If they got a hotline, you know some of that shit is bogus. Yo, let me just tell you something, man. It's a lot of these girls, and now we know that it's men too, has been sexually assaulted by people in the music industry, in the movie industry, sports, just plain old life, bruh. You understand? And the police wouldn't charge or take the case in some of them. I know some individuals that they may have gotten drunk or something like that, and something like that happened, and the police wouldn't even take the case, which is crazy. You got stuff that happened to girls. I have girls calling me all the time saying certain of your favorite rappers have sexually assaulted them. Mom, what? They want to come on the show and do a tell-all. I say, Mom, my show ain't for that. I'm sorry. But if you need assistance, you need to go to the police and tell the police your story. I told them my story. They didn't believe me. And now that the floodgates is open up against Diddy, they got a 1-800 number. Cassidy got 30 million. Yo, people trying to get rich and get theirs, I guess. That's what it looked like to me. I don't believe 120 and plus 50 on top of that. That's 170 already.
So what do you think Diddy should do? You got all these people coming at you. They got a hotline for your victims.
I believe that old boy Diddy, he should pray that they offer him a plea agreement. And the only reason they're gonna offer him a plea agreement if they want somebody more important or more influential than he is. That's the only way they're gonna offer him something. Or he could tell them a story about somebody that could be proven that's way more important than he is that can bring them down if the feds want them. This is the feds' ball game.
Now, let's talk future scenarios. Could this really be the end of Diddy as we know him? Some people are saying he's done, finito, case closed. But honey, don't count him out just yet. This is the same man who went from selling newspapers to building a billion-dollar empire. If anyone knows how to rise from the ashes, it's Diddy. Word is, there are comeback plans in the works that would make a phoenix jealous. We're talking reinvention, rebranding, the whole 9 yards. Insiders are hinting at a possible pivot toward philanthropy, aiming to flip the script from villain to hero. Others are whispering about a tell-all book or a documentary that could totally change the narrative. It's like watching a chess master plan their next move, and honey, the game is far from over. Behind the scenes, there's a whole different story unfolding. Diddy's team is moving in silence, but make no mistake, they're moving. Rumor has it there are secret meetings with investors, quiet negotiations with business partners, and some serious legal strategizing. It's like watching a submarine operation. You can't see what's happening, but you know something big is going down. And just when you think you've got it all figured out, bam, there's always another twist. This story has more layers than an onion, and each one is spicier than the last. Will Diddy bounce back bigger than ever? Or is this the final curtain call for the bad boy of hip-hop? One thing's for sure, this isn't over by a long shot. So buckle up, Buttercup. This roller coaster ride through Diddy's empire is just getting started. Will he lose it all, or pull off the comeback of the century? The streets are watching, the industry's holding its breath, and you know I'll be here to spill every drop of the piping hot tea as it brews. Stay tuned, because in this game, the next move could change everything.
He learned. That's a learned behavior, bruh. Now, I'm not saying that he may have been doing a couple of things here and there with women, stuff like that in New York, but the things that there's talking about that he was doing, bringing in prostitutes to have sex with his girl and all that stuff like that, that was some crazy stuff to me, man. So I'm just looking at this whole thing, man, and you had asked me, and we don't have these conversations like most people do. We're gonna go back and you're gonna tell me what, we're gonna talk about this. You said, I'm gonna ask you how you feel, bruh. I don't want no man to ever go to jail and be leaving their kids behind, be leaving their family behind. You understand? But some dudes belong in jail based on what they do and how they do it. We know that to be true. And it's just this situation, man, when they get down to all the facts and all what happened, he may belong in jail, bruh. And that's not my doing. That's not Cassie doing. That's his doing and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. You gotta realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's gonna make him think that he could get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then. You understand? The things that he was saying, you know, the touchy-feely between two men and all that stuff like that, man. All that, he learned that from them dudes. When I told y'all the story, when me and my man went up to Russell Simmons and he had a house and he had a man in bikini drawers in his bedroom, in his bed. You understand? Bruh, this is that he learned. I'm assuming he learned it from them. Let me put that. And I'm not gonna say alleged because I saw that for my own self. My man was with me, Slick was with me, and we saw that for our own self. You understand what I'm saying? So these are behaviors and things that with drugs and all the stuff that's going on, pills, drinking, it can make this man into a monster, and that's what it did, bruh. It made him into a monster, bruh. I personally feel like he got a lot of the things that he did from his mentor, and then he probably did it to the 10th power. You understand? Russell Simmons admitted that he was a drug abuser. You understand? Russell Simmons admitted that he used to put his hands on women. So it's a learned behavior, bruh. Some of that stuff may be in him through his childhood. Through his childhood, he may have some of that things in him, but a lot of things that he was doing was a learned behavior, bruh. You just don't just turn it in a matter of years the way he was doing people, man. You understand? Check this out, bruh. He led Biggs to his death. He caused a rift between Wolf and BMF that led to Wolf death. Cussed Wolf mother out. Lied about owing him $300,000. Cause you had asked me how I feel, and I'm gonna get into how I feel. Took a good friend of ours who raised money when he had the City College tragedy. A good friend of ours did things to make him popular in Harlem. Let him hang with us, be part of our crew the whole 9 yards. Disrespected him and wouldn't help him. This is how I feel about him being locked up and going to jail. Some people, their karma is so strong for what they do and what they did. The stuff that he did to Craig Mack. You understand what I'm saying? The stuff that he did to Black Rob and all those people in the spiritual world right now. His karma was about to catch up and was bound to catch up with him. You understand what I'm saying? His karma was bound to catch up with him, brother. So all these things that's going on right now, the learned behavior, what he got from these people who was not living spiritually correct with their behaviors and the things that they've done. He go and transfer and do that to people with the fact of all these people that he's hurt, that always helped him and been on his side and been there for him. What's happening to him now is one of the greatest tragedies that we're gonna ever read about, bruh. This is going to be one of the greatest tragedies that Shakespeare couldn't write in Richard. He couldn't write it in Macbeth. He couldn't write this shit in Romeo and Juliet. This is going to be one of the greatest tragedies of hip hop, along with Pac's death, along with Big's death. And he brought it on himself because he knew that he was wrong, and he knew that he learned something that wasn't right. He no different from right and wrong, bro. You have a way to change. You know when something is right and when something is wrong, and you know if you're wrong, you get help. He didn't choose none of that, bro. He chose to be who he is, and now he gonna learn. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
All right. We've been on a wild ride from the penthouse to the big house, and Diddy's story is serving up more drama than a telenovela marathon. From living large to spilling secrets behind bars, it's like watching a king lose his crown in real time. But here's the million-dollar question. Is this the price of fame, or did Diddy just fly too close to the sun? One thing's for sure. The tea is still brewing, and it's only going to get hotter. The streets are buzzing, phones are snitching, and careers are hanging by a thread. Everyone is on high alert, wondering what bombshells are going to drop next. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. With each passing day, more revelations come to light, and you won't want to miss a single sip of this piping hot tea. So, keep your eyes peeled and your ears open, because you know I'll be back with all the juicy details. The Diddy drama saga continues, and honey, it's about to get even wilder.